It's Week 7 of the National Football League, and the spotlight is on the Cardinals. Rocket Arm quarterback. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Cardinals and the Rams, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they enter play. They come in pretty desperate here for a win as they've started the year 0-5.
And it seems way too early to start talking about hot seats. But guess what? When a team is 0-5, people start wondering about their jobs.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Fighting through the tackle at the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. They go play action. Here's Hooker. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and a couple. Now Riddick. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Hooker now off play action. He'll buy some time right. And off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. The Cardinals at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Riddick with a carry. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. They go back to Riddick. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw, Hooker. This is Riddick on the screen. Touchdown! A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on football.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
On the ground, it's Riddick. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make the score 14-0. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Wade in the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now inside the 25. Touchdown, LA! A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Rams have got it back to within a score. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
19 Tiger, on the ball, ready?
They're going right back to Hamler. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Ready, break.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Escaping the pressure right. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively. That's second down. Here's Hooker to throw it. That's complete. It's Collins. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Here's Riddick. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Throwing. Hooker.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Ready up. Fix the Eagles. Fix the Eagles.
Off play action. Here's Hooker.
Sliding out of the pocket toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal.
Ready.
Trying to throw again here. Hooker eluding the pressure right. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hunter Henry, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Cardinals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Here's Spears on 2nd down.
There he goes, right side. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 22. 53 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Off play action. Wade.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
David Ojabo running in to take him down.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hooker.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Hooker throwing again on second down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Rams are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down.
And here's a give to Spears.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Right back to Spears.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Rolling to his right. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. They'll try and run for it. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. 3rd down and 10.
Looking to throw. Wade on the move to his left. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
2nd and 6. Here's Hooker.
His throw incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hooker's going to throw it.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And this is caught at the 8. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Back to throw again. And he'll just get rid of it. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense had...
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now alongside Charles. Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Out of the gun to give to Spears.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming. Back to throw. Wade.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Here comes the Rams punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. That's pulled in at the 32. Now a hit and a loose football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wade. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Hand off to Spears.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
To throw on 3rd down, Wade. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, You and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The throw over the middle taken in. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now third down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, Larkin.
Looks to the sideline and has Mims who makes a catch.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. On first down, Larkin.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So good field position for the Rams as they come up first and 10 at their own 46.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And they'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Looking to throw. Wade.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And now off to the races down the right side. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Now Wade from his own end zone.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safe.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
He's got a full head of steam on his horse.
Touchdown, LA!
Tyjae Spears, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Throwing to start the drive. Larkin. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Back to throw. Larkin. Flushed out right. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On 1st and 10, Larkin. Now they go screen. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. Looking to throw. Larkin. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Rams are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So now it's 2 straight drives that end with an interception.
And the first time, the first interception, they ended up getting 6 points out of it and taking the lead. Now they have an opportunity to increase that lead after their second pick on 2 drives.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wade, and his throw is incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
From the gun on 3rd down. Wade, and that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's taken to the 26. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds his man complete. It's Reed. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Off the play fake. Larkin. Short pass caught by Henry. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll get this to Hamler over the middle. And the Cardinals are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Back to throw. Larkin, flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Fair to say hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
On the jump. 79. Shut up.
They'll start on the ground with Spears. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. The Spears with another carry. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Looking to throw. Wade over the middle. That's hauled in by Cup.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
At the 46-yard line.
Here's a run by Spears. Shedding the tackle. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Throwing on first down. Wade. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. To throw on second down. Wade.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
A big play needed, no doubt. Third and long. Operating from the gun. Wade. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Okay, ready.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Here we go. This is 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, no, he lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now here's a throw. It's complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Looking to throw on second down. Larkin. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. They do tack on the extra point as well, and it might seal the deal as that makes it a two-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. So all eyes on this Rams offense. Down by 9. A minute 35 to go. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. On first down, Wade. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Here's second down. Wade in the gun. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Out to the flat for Reddick. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Back to throw. Larkin. This is Reddick on the screen. Touchdown! From 3 yards out. And the Cardinals have extended their lead to 15 now here in the fourth. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on fourth down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the fourth quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
On first and 10, Wade. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Operating from the gun, Wade. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Cards, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.